Algebra 1. Expanding expressions. When expanding expressions, you are basically clearing brackets by multiplying coefficients and adding powers. Whatever is outside the bracket must interact with all the terms inside the brackets. To do this, you multiply the coefficient, which are the numbers. Remember, a negative multiplied to a positive equals a negative. A negative multiplied to a negative equals a positive. So negative by positive is negative, and negative by negative is positive. Add the powers of the identical letters of separate terms. So in the example following these expressions, you have 4x squared y to the 4 multiply in a bracket x plus 3y squared. So you have to multiply 4x squared y to the 4 to x, as you can see, and you have to multiply 4x squared y to the 4 to 3y squared. They call that the distributive law. You're distributing 4x squared y to the 4 over x and over 3y squared. Now when you're multiplying 4x squared y to the 4 to x, you have to add the powers of the x's. So you have a power of 2 and you have a power of 1. So you add those powers. Now there isn't any y here, so it remains as y to the 4. Now when you're multiplying 4x squared y to the 4 to 3y squared, you have to add the powers of the y's now, because you must add the powers of the same letters, identical letters. So y to the 4 times y to the 2 will give you 4 plus 2 will give you 6. So your final answer is 4x cubed y to the 4 plus 12, because you must multiply the coefficient. 4 3s are 12, x squared y to the 6. Now you need to take out your pencil and your paper and try this out to see if that's what you get. B, 6p to the 5 q to the 8, and you have to multiply that to 5p squared x cubed, and you have to also multiply 6p to the 5 q to the 8 to minus 4. You have to distribute 6p to the 5 q to the 8. So now when you're multiplying 6p 5 q to the 8 to 5p squared q to the 3, you have to say 6 times 5 will give you 30. You have to add the powers of p. 5 plus 2 will give you 7, and you have to add the powers of q. 3 plus 8 will give you 11. Alright, so that is when you're multiplying 6p to the 5 q to the 8 to 5p squared q to the 3. Now when you're multiplying 6p to the 5 q to the 8 to negative 4, all you have is a negative 4, so you multiply negative 4 to 6 to give you negative 24. And then you have negative 24 p to the 5 q to the 8. P to the 5 q to the 8 remains the same. So you end up with 30 p to the 7 q to the 11 and a negative 24 p to the 5 q to the 8. Now you're going to distribute for part C x plus 3 in a bracket to x plus 5 in a bracket. So now the x now must multiply to x plus 5, as you can see, and the 3 also must multiply to x plus 5. So you're distributing x plus 3 to x plus 5. So x times x plus 5, 3 times x plus 5. Now you're going to continue distributing x to x plus 5. X times x is x squared, because you add the powers of x. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you have x times x is x to the power of 2. Then x times 5 is 5x. And then you're going to distribute 3 to the x plus 5. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 5 is 15. So now you have the 5x and the 3x are like terms, because you have the same letter, which is x, with the same power, which is 1. So you add the coefficients. 5 plus 3 will give you 8. So you end up with x squared plus 8x plus 15. Now you need to write this out, try it out without watching, and then go to the expressions, the exercises A, B, and C, and try them out. For A, you have to distribute 6x cubed y to the 5 to 2x squared, and you have to multiply it to 5y to the cube. Remember to add the powers of the like letters and multiply the coefficients. For part B, 2p to the 2 q to the 5, you have to distribute it to 5p cubed q to the 4, again multiply the coefficients but add the powers of identical letters, and you have to also multiply 2p squared q to the 5 to negative 3. For part C, you have to multiply x plus 7 to x minus 3. So the x have to multiply to x minus 3, and the 7 have to multiply to x minus 3, and then you simplify. Please take out a pencil and a paper and try this out.